Good afternoon, YouTubers. This is your zip code freak! Matt Shiny here in the 92805 zip code in Southern California at the ZCF Studios on this Sunday, June 7th. And the zip code for today on this video is in the state of New York and will be the last one for the state of New York. 14874, Pulteney, New York. Pulteney. It's still in western New York, a little farther from Buffalo this time, probably about as far from Buffalo to the southeast as the one we did earlier today was in the southwest. Pulteney's in Steuben County. It covers an area not that big, and has Pulteney 14874 is actually the hamlet of Pulteney inside the town of Pulteney. The town is a governing body. The hamlet is not. It just has its own zip code. 1.58 square miles and about 200 people in the hamlet, about 1,260 people in the town. It's on the west shore of Keuka Lake in the Finger Lakes region. Sorry. 97.9% white, 1.2% Hispanic, 0.6% two or more races, and just for fun, the other ethnic groups, there's one person each, seriously, in the count for the last census. So one Asian, one black person, one American Indian, I think, something like that. So to you guys, this video is for you as much as it is for anyone else if you're still there. The area was settled in the early 1800s, bought by Robert Morris from Sir William Pulteney. He owned a tract of land, you know, being a sir, being English royalty, and he started selling it off to people, probably to help pay stuff off for England after that war they had with us. And Pulteney became known early, and this is interesting because of how far north it is, for grapes, for vineyards. Other agriculture too, but grapes were a thing here, and they grew them, and they still do, I believe. Western New York Wine Company has a historic building here. Maybe it has to do with the fact that they're not far from Lake Erie, and it's a little milder there, and their winds off the water will make things possible that otherwise wouldn't be farther inland. I don't know. But they grew grapes here, and they still do. Vineyards and wineries still persist here in the town. There's also, closer to our own era, a man by the name of Dick Ayers. Some of you comic book people may recognize him. He grew up here in the 30s, and he was the artist for the original Hulk, the Incredible Hulk, the Fantastic Four, and the original Ghost Rider. He drew for Marvel. Grew up here. And so it's grapes and comics. What can I say? So Pulteney, 14874. We're going to talk about weather really briefly, and then I'll tell you what's coming up. Right now, it is 66 degrees, low of 53 tonight. Tomorrow, high of 80, low of 60, sunny. Tuesday, high of 84, low of 66, partly cloudy. Wednesday, high of 85, low of 66, partly cloudy with a chance of thunderstorms. So that's Pulteney, 14874. So this was the last New York zip code that we will do. Pennsylvania is next, and Pennsylvania is interesting for reasons I'll get into when we do the overview of that state. As far as how they do the numbering, I don't know why the USPS decided it this way. National systems are always interesting. They're not necessarily done from the perspective of the people in the states, I'm sure. As far as lower numbers being more important than higher numbers, that kind of thing, not really. More geographical on some level. Anyway, we will see you on the next video. Have a good one.